Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. I'm Elder Shorron Vinson. This is It's My Lifestyle. I want to thank you so much for coming in today. I've got a word from the Lord I want to share with you. I'm eager to share it, but I want to first thank everybody who have continually liked, subscribed, commented, and shared it. This has been a blessing to me. I want to offer my thanks for over the years, the couple of years that we have been on the channel. I want to thank you so much for your support. Different times we maybe took a pause or whatever, but you even have shown your support even during those times, saying, hey, looking for the channel. I'm expecting it. I thank you for doing it. And I just want to thank you for all of your support throughout these couple of years. If you know someone who's in need of a word from the Lord and you love the channel, spread it, share it, let them feel encouraged. And you know, this time of the year, everyone is not joyous. So make sure that you spread some love. Make somebody else's day a little bit brighter. And I know God will bless you and you'll feel so much better and encourage yourself by doing so. Today, I want to share this word with you. What time is it? What time is it? With the expansion of the watches and the watch craze, watch has gone from fashion to practicality. It has taken many, many different forms. There are people who have just limited themselves now to the Apple Watch or the other phone companies that have put out a digital watch where they can pretty much handle all technology, even by their timepiece. And it's a brilliant idea. Love it, love it. I think it's brilliant. Some people still are fashionable and they love whatever watch brand that you love. Some love the classic Timex. Some love Movado or some of the other luxurious whatever it is, Boulevard rather. And you know, it could be your favorite watch. But you know, the watch is not limited to the fashion. It's a real entity. Time brings about change. Time is real. Time is ticking all the time. If you're watching, if you're not watching, if you're careful, if you're not careful, if you are paying attention to it or not, time is ticking away. And I'm asking you, what time is it? Because whether or not you have really made some plans or haven't made some plans, time is moving. And we have to look at what we're doing and when we're doing it. There are some things that God has placed in you. There are some things that God has put on your to-do list. They are important. They are, you know, they are really designated for a certain period. They are really specific to the timing of other people's lives as well, because you are very well connected to others, you know. And so that thing that God has put in you, the birthing of that thing is really important. And what's so important about it is the timing. You know, when God gives you an idea, you can be so inspired. You can just feel so eager to share it. But it might not be the time because it's not stirred up yet. It's not pulled together. It hasn't been cultivated. It hasn't been molded, and it hasn't been proven. And you have to take some time with it. You know, in the beginning of a thing, you have to groom it and make it become what God has intended for it to be. There are many times we have the zeal, but it's not the time. And you have to be careful because you don't want to overstep your time and be too eager and have a good thing crash just because of the wrong timing. So many times we have to slow down a minute and take time in the beginning to develop it. That developmental stage is important. Sometimes you need a team of people to help you develop. You know, we're not always a one-man band. Sometimes we need others and their ideas and their input to help us bring this idea to fruition. It's not always just about me, mine, and mine. It is more so about this particular vision coming to pass and to have the right people in your corner to help you develop it is a gift from God, because he would not have ordained for you to be at a specific time in your life around these specific people if it wasn't so for them to help you or you help them bring this idea to pass. I want to ask you another question. Have you stepped into a new season? If you've stepped into a new season, you need to be aware of that, because if it's a new season time, there are things that have to be done in each season. After the development, you have to move to the next phase. So sometimes you have to start talking about the execution. How are you going to distribute, or how are you going to get the word out? How are you going to advertise? How are you going to, maybe it's the next move. And if you've stepped into a new season and you're still doing the old season's duties, you've missed your timing. What is it that you're supposed to be doing in this particular season for the gift or the idea that God has given you? So new season ideas require new season movements. So begin to move in this particular season. You look kind of crazy when you're wearing winter coats in the middle of July. Now, maybe you understand it. Maybe it's relevant to you. But it doesn't look relevant to everybody, because the winter coat, that big parka, that fur, the wool, it's meant for a certain season, because it's to protect you from the cold. Well, in the middle of the 100-degree weather, you don't need the wool, the fur. You don't need the big parka and the hoodie. You need cooler clothing for the season. Just as you can see that, I'm saying that to you. What are you doing with the season that you're in? If God says that this is a season where you just do the work up, then begin to work it up. Sometimes you have to go through seasons of prayer where you just have to begin to pray it through. If ever you get knocked down while you're pursuing an idea, it could be a very discouraging season. I'm here to tell you, get up. Don't wallow. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. I'm encouraging you to keep going, because you've got something to do. Keep it before you. Don't let it become more important than God. The Bible says, in all thy ways, acknowledge him. He didn't say acknowledge in all your ways to keep this thing before you. He says in all your ways, acknowledge him. He'll direct your path if you keep God first and always be mindful of what God is doing in the season. And another thing I'll begin to close with, but I want to share with you that the timing of a thing is so significant, because you can be doing the so right thing at the wrong time. You can be encouraging somebody when it's actually a time of rebuke. You can really be doing the reverse. You can be rebuking somebody at a time when they need to be encouraged the most. You can misuse the time. But God is wanting people who are sensitive to the timing so that we can be appropriate. When we have the word that's in season, it means a lot to the people that are hearing it. Because you just don't want to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I'll give you an example, in times of death, that we have to be careful about what we say. You want to bring joy to people, but you can't always just come in cracking jokes and everything, because it might not be appropriate. You have to always ask God what to do and when to do it. You don't want to come in crying either, making them feel worse. You just want to be appropriate, what it is that you can say to uplift and encourage the people at the time. So I'm asking you, what time is it? Are you doing the right thing at the right time? Right thing, wrong time, out of season, out of step? What are we doing with what God has given us? Time is so precious. It is so precious. And if we don't move quickly, if we don't move timing, move in the timing, it will be so crucial to the execution of the vision. Because the Bible says that the vision is for yet an appointed time. And at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Wait. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Everything can't be done. Some of the best ideas have had a period of wait, because maybe things weren't coming together as they should. But as long as you're diligent with it, and as long as you're taking good care of it, God will make sure that this particular thing he's put inside of you gets to the table at the right time. Oh, I'm so encouraged by that. And I share it with you. I want you to be encouraged by what God has given you. It is not for nothing. Your labor is not in vain. Your crying or suffering or toiling over it is not in vain. I want you to look up. I want you to be encouraged by it. It's not always feeling encouraged. Be encouraged. You might not always feel anything, but I want you to be encouraged, because your vision that God has given you, it shall come to pass. And I thank God for it. I thank God for each of you. I want to be a part of whatever it is God is doing in your life. I want to be able to reap the benefit. I want to pick from your fruit tree and be able to enjoy what God is doing in your life. So I'll continue to pray for you. I hope to see you real soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I thank you for joining me. I'll catch you next time.